Oh, you guys, I don't know how I went from having 15 minutes to being late, but I'm here. Let's see. I should have my mute off. All right, let me know if you could see me and hear me if anyone hops on, because I am 5 minutes late. It might take you a minute to realize I'm here. Um, yeah. Oh, Dawn's on. Hey, Dawn, can you see me and hear me okay? Oh, Tony's on, Linda's on. Hopefully you guys are all right. I am, like I said, I started out early. I had plenty of time, and I don't know, I think what I just did that took up all my time. I guess I just putzed around getting set up. So um, tonight I'm going to show you guys a fun fold that I made from my one of my paper pumpkins. Oh, good. Thanks, Christy and Dawn. Um, and Tony. It was one of my paper pumpkin alternate cards, and you guys, a couple people, Dawn and Mom, maybe a couple people asked to see it. So that's what I'm going to show you tonight, and I'm going to use the new Perfectly Pears stamp set that I know who needs some more fruit, but we're going to use it. And that's about it. I don't have anything going on. New online exclusives, new kits. We don't have any specials right now. And yeah, that's it. Reedy got off okay. Reed and Derek just got done talking to them. Maybe about a half an hour ago. They were getting ready for bed. Yeah, so she went and got some. They went to IKEA and picked up some stuff. She said it's really extremely hot and sweaty there right now, but they're having a heat wave. But they made it okay. The cat's doing great. She's getting her apartment set up. So, woohoo, yay. All right, so let me, I'm looking around. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but, um, hey, Lori and Anne. Oh, you know what? And Mom's on too. And the paper, I bought 2 packs of the paper because it's just gorgeous. Um, Oh, I got my winners. That's one thing. So I got winners from the Christmas card drawing. I got Tony Shaw and Lori Sneed. I'll get those out. That will be from last week, which was our Christmas card. And I'm gonna turn my camera down and just get going. This card is very, very simple and easy to do. But when you see mine, you'll realize I got a little bit more going on than I needed to. All right, so now we're down. Now we are down, down, down. Okay, so I didn't bring my paper pumpkin card over. I just brought the sample that I made for today. So here's the sample that I'm going to show you guys tonight. I gotta move my zoom over so that I could see my comments a little better. Okay, so this is the sample that I made, and I got different paper. The only bad thing with this design is that we use an 8-inch by 6 3/4 inch piece of paper. So it kind of, uses up a whole sheet basically of what you got going on. And so good thing I bought 2 packs of this. Well, I got another one coming, but I cut up a couple different patterns. And so, the one that I'm going to make and the one for my kit card will be different than this one for this paper, but we're going to do this part the same. So here's the card, and I'm so used to doing it backwards that I'm not sure how to open it with it going this way. So it opens up like this. And so again, I wanted to showcase the pretty paper on the inside. If you Google this card tutorial, you will see that they put layers, like you put another layer on top of here and then a white. And then they'll stamp down here in the corner. So you got a little something going on, but I'm just showcasing the paper, and I put the really pretty side up on the inside, and then we deal with the outside, and we'll jazz it up with this part. So let me show you guys what we got going. So if anybody, I'll go slow here in case anybody is got their paper and pencil out or something. So I got all my pieces and parts here. I did most of it already, but cutting and such. So this is the paper. Oh, let me show you guys. I showed you the stamp set, but here it is again. Perfectly Pears. This is the one we're going to use. It has its own suite. Yeah, I could have brought it all over. Did I? No. Here is the dies that we're going to use mostly. And that is the Perfectly Pears dies that go with that. And here's the paper pack, you guys. Let me pull it out a little bit. So the colors in it are beige, darling duckling, mossy meadow, old olive, petal pink, and secret sea. So I'm assuming, and so there, can you see the back? Here's another paper. That one's sideways, but with this secret sea in green on the back. Oh, this one I cut up. This is one of those like that kind of pieces. And I was gonna make my first card. I was gonna make with this and use this as like my border, but I messed it up and was gonna run out of paper, so I didn't do anymore. So this piece, I'm gonna say is die cuttable. You've got the pear, you got the top of the leaves here. This is the double pear here. So that one is definitely die cuttable with the dies. I should, and then there's leafies on the back of that. That one there we just showed, and then this one that I used for my sample card. Again, the paper is beautiful. Even if you don't like the dies or stamps, the paper, just beautiful. All right. Oh, and we're going to use another die set. Let me get it. And bring my machine over. We're going to use the gorgeously made dies as well. This again, you guys know I love Gail Ellis cards. This is one of hers. I actually bought a couple tutorials today. She was having a sale, and so I modified one of her cards into this card. So let me get my trimmer. So you're going to need an 8-inch this way by 6 3/4 this way piece of designer series paper. You're going to bring in your trimmer, and you're going to score at 2 3/4 across like the top. Then you're going to go 2 3/4 down the side from the left side. I guess, to confuse you, if you want to do it the other way so that it opens up, you could probably score it on the other side. Tip that I almost just blew it. No, I'm okay. The pattern that you want on the top needs to be face down. And I want this one on the top. So I want it face down. Hopefully that makes sense. That's how I ended up with a couple samples that I did where they opened up to the right because I had to invert the fold to get that other side up there. So now we want to come across the top and make a mark at 5.5. Then you need to turn it on the long side. And again, you need to make the mark for 5.5, which is you need 2.5. And then that'll make the mark at the 5.5 point on your card. Then you're going to line up the two little ticker marks you made in the channel, unless you use a scoreboard. I gotta find it. I lost that one. 2.5. Where did I make the mark at 2.5? Oh, so it's right there in that pair. Good thing, because that's not where I was looking. All right, so we got 2.5 up here. We got our pairs down here. And the funny thing is, I think that I got 2 marks there. Oh, Lord. Let me just do it again, just so I know. I don't know how I got 2 marks, so right there. We'll go on with the top one. Because it will matter when I go to fold it up. It will matter. All right, so we got our 2 ticker marks lined up in our little channel there. We're going to close it down and score. Okay. So 2 3/4 score, 2 3/4 score, ticker marks at 5.5, and then this one is 2.5 to get to where you need to be. And then go ahead and burnish on your score lines. I didn't push on them real hard. And that looks large. So go ahead and fold on your score lines. And then I said this is going to be our outside. So I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to push this side like in. And then this score line along the edge there, I didn't push it very good. Let's fold that one down. And then this one, you're going to do the same. It's going to push in, and then that's going to make this pop up. Oops, sorry. You guys know I end up fumbling when I get to these. So there we go. We're going to fold that whole piece in, and then we've got like the little pocket forming. And then just kind of push them into place, help them go where they need to go. What Debbie's doing? Debbie's out in the field, is she? Oh, Patty missed the card. Here it is. Patty. There we go. I can't go back to all the comments. So, oh, yep. Debbie's out in the field. Well, thanks for watching from the field, Debbie. And then we're just going to burnish on our folds real good. So they're nice and tight. We'll kind of come inside a little bit on those. I'm going to stick it up inside there a little bit. And this is where I said it will matter to make sure that you get the stuff in the right spot, because it will come into play as you lay that down. So that's what we got now. And again, like I say, I want to showcase off my insides. So then you're going to take that. I gotta make sure I got a good space for all my bits and pieces here. As soon as I dump them, you know what's gonna happen. Something's gonna go haywire. I'm gonna knock them all over. All right. So then I have a base of Mossy Meadow that is 5.5 by 4.25, and it's just a single sheet. And then we're going to glue this designer paper onto that base. So I'm going to get out my glue and I'm going to glue all over the back. Get that little thing out of the way. I'm going to glue all over the back. Maybe I just filled it, but there we go. Put some glue all over the back. Nope, I'm going to put some glue all over the back. Where's my pin? Okay, we'll try it now. Please hold. No, what the heck? Ugh. Do not make me use the green glue. Might be okay now. There we go. And I gotta squeeze really hard and there we go. It's gonna come splooshing out. I filled it really full, so it probably has no air in there to help it move. Ooh, look at that giant blob. Let's move that around. So now we're gonna glue this to our base. And we want to leave, 1/4 inch standard layer on there. No green, I'll be all sticky all over the place. Okay. So now we're going to move to our outside. So I've got a 2 3/4 by 4.25 inch piece of Mossy Meadow. And I probably could have shaken up the colors a little bit, but I didn't. I guess I sort of did here. Then I have that one piece that I started making cards with. I'm going to use that and put that on here. And this is 2.5 by 4. And then I have a basic white that's going to go over the top of that. That is also 2.5 by 4. I could have probably cut it down a little bit more, but let me get my my cutter and show you. I didn't bring the other plate. Oh, there it is. So let me grab it. Feel like I forget my head if it wasn't attached. I tell you, yesterday I was just so out of sorts. I think the stress of helping Reed get ready to move and everything that went on in the last week like caught up with me. And yesterday I just felt like I was drugged or something. I was just tired and just my mind wasn't there. It was just really strange. So I'm using that rough edge die from, what did I tell you this was called? Gorgeously Made Dies. They're retired, but I had them. This is what Gail's instructions for her actual card used. So I'm going to cut off the edge of that. And then now this guy, the white one, plain white one, look back over here, we're going to do the same, and I'm going to cut off an edge, but I'm going to try and move it around so they're not exactly the same cut. And then we have the die that looks like the edge of a notebook paper. So we're going to put that one on the other side. And trim those off. I believe that's all we need this for. Oh, I got to cut my pears out of there. So I've got this piece of Mossy Meadow. I've got this designer series paper. And then I have this like notebook piece. And you just want to kind of put them on there however you need to kind of show them off a little bit. And I'll put them on there like that. I think hers were more like that, but I don't know. We can do ours however we want. We're going to put them this way. Kitty Wampus. Catty Wampus. Kitty, catty. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just start gluing these down. So we're going to glue this piece to our green. And like I said, I'll put it over this way a little more, but I want it on an angle. Then this one, we are going to use the elements of text. I'm getting a lot of use out of this guy. I do have to figure out where the top and the okay. I think this appears to be. And my Daffodil Delight. Gonna ink that up. We're gonna stamp that down. So here, we just want to get some words on there to break up all the white. Like that. Oh, I gotta take the sweater off. I'm heating up over here. And then we're gonna glue this down. Kind of at an angle too. Debbie's getting bombarded by flies. I'm missing all the good stuff, you guys. So this one, I put this on the side over here. My sample, I put it on the right-hand side just because I wanted to, it just to me in my head with all this white over here, it broke it up a little bit because all this stuff was going to cover that up. So, you know, it's just all in how your head works. So now we're going to glue this down to the front. Like so. We're just going to kind of make sure that it's centered, kind of, you know, top and bottom, left to right looks pretty good. This, and again, This is my take on how to make this kind of card, so. We got that. Now I have a one of the branches cut out from the die set in pecan, and I also have one in lemon lime twist, and I'm going to cut off the leaves. That will need to be trimmed. We're going to cut off all the leaves, throw our twig away. Then we're going to glue them onto the pecan piece. Best that we can. Like so. And I guess my code word for this week will be if you win this kit, do you want me I'll cut this first for the inside. Do you want the notebook edge for your inside? Comment notebook. If you want the just the jaggedy edge for your inside piece, which I will use on this one right here. Comment like jagged or something. Notebook. You want it to look like that, or I guess jagged. Jagged's a good word. Jagged if you want me to use the die for that side. And then that way I will know when I send you your kit that I've got it all ready with what you wanted. All right, a couple more to glue on here. And I don't know why I picked this green. I think I just wanted a brighter colored green, and boy did I get brighter on here. And then we're just going to put them over the top of the brown, the pecan pie. Then we're going to put some glue on the back. Probably don't need this much. Then we'll glue it onto the upper corner. Ooh, yeah, look how much that is. We'll glue it onto the upper corner like that. Then I've got some of the lemon lolly. I cut out some of these flowers from the dies. So you will see in the kit that there's extra because I wasn't paying attention that the single ones you could cut with this, and then this clump, I started cutting mine apart, and then I realized this was here. So the kit that I created has extra flowers in it. All right, and I'm going to take my Daffodil Delight again, and I'm going to smash it on to these flowers to give them a little bit of color, but not too crazy. And let me pull in these little singles. Reminds me of a song, something about single ladies. I don't know who sings it, but I need 4 of those. But that's in my head now, all the single ladies. It's just, oh boy. There's got to be room up there for something better than a song I don't even know who sings or words to it other than that one line, you know? Okay, then we're going to take our flowers. And again, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this stem. And I'm going to glue them down up the stem. I'll hold it there for a second. And I'll take the other one and we'll glue it down here toward the bottom down here. And you can glue them on however you want to glue them on. And I got a bunch of little rhinestones. Do we still sell the rhinestones like this? The regular old ones that we had? Because these are really old. The packaging is green. But I bought so many of them and then, you know, we could color them. So, but I love embellishments. I don't know. Probably like a lot of you that. And I'm just putting these on before I hang up the video and forget that I didn't put them on. Because we all know that's happened before. So we're building today from the top down. And there's another song that just popped in my head, From the Ground Up. The guy sings about building something from the ground up. I think that one's a country song. All right, so now we will take our scrap paper and I'm going to do a couple of the pears. I'm going to do the double pears. Again, I was so organized and you can see the mess I've made myself. Get this stuff out of the way. And that's text. We are done with you. You can go back in the container. All right, so here's the pears. We're going to use this double pear. And I'm going to show you. Here's the outline. And use Memento. If I have room, I'm going to do 3 just to see what. I don't have enough room. I don't want to risk it. Let's see on this piece of scrap here. So I just want to see what, if I even brought the, yeah, I did. Mossy metal will work. I want to see what that looks like, and I will show you. Here is the filler pears. And I'm going to put them in mossy meadow just so you could see. I did not do this yet, so I don't know what they look like. We got some mossy meadow on there. Let's hover. Almost look like avocados. Oof, we should have stamped off that baby. But I just wanted to see how they filled in. That's totally not the color we would use if we were making pears. But I wanted to see how they looked as a stamped image because we're going to color ours. And they look all right. Julie's singing. Whoops. All right. So it looks pretty nice. Again, if it was the right color for a pear, but I'm going to show you what I did here. So I was looking at my pears in this paper. And again, they kind of look like avocados that are already cut in half, but there's no pit in them. So that's what I was looking at for my pear. What do these pears look like? Okay, so what colors did I tell you? Maybe I should shake it up. Let me shake it up. Give me a second to think here. What color that was? Pink? Is that what that said? Basic beige, darling duckling, petal pink. Darling duckling and petal pink. Let me grab that. Hang on. And I need a new petal pink, but let's just see. Let's just try it and see what we get. It looks bad. So I'm going to bring in my, we want to start with our lightest colors first. So, oh, and these aren't what I want, you guys. Hang on. I should have looked at that first. So what we're going to do is start with our lightest colors first. So we want, I'm going to say we want the daffodil first. And I'm just going to kind of look at that pear there, and I'm going to color on my stamp a little bit of the daffodil. Then we're going to grab our darling duckling. Color that a little bit and see what that looks like. Then we're going to come in with our petal pink. I don't know if this is going to be dark enough. Almost looks like a calypso coral. No, that'll be good. So, yep, I'm going to start over. Do it again now that I tested it. So we'll do some daffodil. Some darling duckling. Come in with our petal pink. Here. Try and go in there a little bit of those. Not too distinctive of lines. Puff on it. Line it up. Oh, I should have had my mat underneath. And give that a second to soak in. I believe they're distinctive stamps. Does it say on the front? I do not see where it says that they're a distinctive stamp, but I just know it was awful like bumpy and all right, well, we need it a little more rounded. Now we're gonna do two of them, and I keep putting my foot down. If you guys could see me, my stool's not down there where I usually put my foot. I kind of feel like Mr. Ed or something, stomping his foot on the ground. If I start to make horse noises, you'll know why. So let's see if we can kind of blend those together a little better. We want them a little more rounded than what I got them. Too straight. Put some pink in there. All right. You know, 'tis what it is. Off on it. Call that good. And you know what? I now see. Let me see. I'll show you. I will show you what's next in my little thought process here. Oh, I'll bet this is too big, but you see this stamp here? So this one, guys, is the center of this. This one, I'm going to say is too big for this little pear, but you see what's happening? They got these little brown spots on the, like the yellow part of the pears probably for ripeness. But I think that it's too big. Let me see. I think it's too big for this little guy. Yeah, it'd be too big. But if you had a toothbrush or some way to splatter, you could splatter that on there. All right. We are now going to use the pecan pie. And I'm just going to try and be very careful because, you know, these are not blenders, so you get what you get. Trying to be careful there. I suppose that one's I think I forgot that on my pear. Oh, no, I got it. All right. Then I got some lemon lolly and some granny apple green. And we will do our, oh, I got these for this one. That's what I brought those for. So we're going to do some dark granny apple green. Just in here, any old which way. Like this. Oop, don't press too hard. You get that big old sploosh. Now I'm going to bring in my lemon lolly because, well, this one not so much. This is probably, these leaves had a little more lightness to them, but we're going to bring it in anyway because I got it over here. So we'll put a little bit of lemon lolly in there we want the other end. It's not. And then we'll come in with some light granny apple green and kind of fill in the rest somewhat. Still looking for those coloring lessons. Like this. My mom and I took a Copic class in Grand Rapids years ago. I still have all the paperwork somewhere teaching us how to do hair and skin but at the time, if you didn't use it, you know, you lose it, and I didn't use it. So, all right. I'm going to cut these guys out, and there's a die for that. This guy right here. Let's see if I can get them out really quickly. Oh, thunderstorms. Who's got thunderstorms? Mom? Christine, Mom got thunderstorms? I think we're supposed to get some Friday. Friday and Sunday, I do believe. Friday and Sunday. All right, there's one. I guess also another thing you can do if you are commenting to get the kit and you told me either notebook or jagged edge one, tell me if you have this suite yet. Because if you don't, oh, I got that one's jiggled. If you don't and you win, then I can be sure and send you the pieces that will coordinate with your paper. I won't color them or anything, but again, I think I'm okay sending stamped images because it's like you want it. I'm not selling it to you. It's a little random act of kindness. So do we go and cut this? Let's see. Nope, I'm not going to cut it. Normally I would trim it, but I'm going to use it over here. And so I should be able to kind of cover it up with this guy. There's a lot going on here. You may not want two sets of pears on yours because there's a lot going on there. The sample that I was looking at, obviously this was bigger. It was like the whole card this was part of the front of the card. So I'm squeezing it all into a little tiny space. But we're going to put down some of this mesh, or I don't know what this would be called. It's kind of, this looks like mesh to me. A mesh mash of something. And I'm going to hang it off the edge just a smidgy. And I'm going to glue my pears flat. You know what? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to glue the bottom flat. And we're going to pop up the top. Do I have some small dimensionals? Can fix that. I'm going to pop up the top just to give it a little more eye appealing as to the. And then we'll glue this one down here. Cover up a little bit of where I cut it off weird. That. We're going to stick another dimensional up here at the top. Give that some height. Then we have just a couple more of these cutesy little flowers, the singles. And we're going to stick them on our mesh. And stick a little gem on there. Oh, I should have stuck it on that one so that one sticks out. Let me. Well, that came off easy, and now I can't get it off my. Okay. I like it on that one better. And then I have two more little flowers that we're going to just randomly. I got a lot of randomly going on tonight. We'll go up here. We'll go down here. Again, I got a much smaller space that I'm working with than what the full card did. So if you make something like this, you can adjust accordingly for you. Then I have hello from the dies in the stamp set. I don't know where I want to put it. Maybe I'll put it down here. Kind of break up some of those pairs. Yep, I think I'm going to go down there. I'm going to put that down there. Then I have a little bit of white baker's twine, I guess. It ties a little bow. And find us one of those dots that we'll never run out of. As long as we subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, we'll be set for life. Okay. And then I just kind of pinch it when I know that it's too big for the little space that I've got it in. Just going to pinch it. And that's kind of in a random spot. It's not got any rhyme or reason to where I'm putting it. And so that is our outside of our card. And when you open it, I have a 2.5-inch Mossy Meadow square that goes in this space. Right up there. Now you can leave this piece off if you'd like. It's just another place that you can put something. I've got the little flower. I'm going to do the little flower. Excuse my reach there. In Memento. And I've got the 3 little dots that I showed you was the center. My block is way too big for that. 3 little dots. I will be all over the place with those. I'm going to do those in black as well. And then you'll see that they line up. The 2 that are farther apart go here, and then the little one, other one goes. Hope that's right. Like that. Pretty easy to line up. And then I took my Lemon Lolly Stampin' Right marker, and I just put a little bit of yellow in the center. And one of the patterns of paper, is it this one? Oh, this one. It just kind of had the yellow around the center. So that's all that I decided to do with that one. And then I stamped from here. I put the hello. No, I put hello on the outside. What I put on the inside, did I? Oh, I used a different set for that. I used Beautiful Motifs. That's current. I did the You've Been on My Mind. And I did that in Mossy Meadow. It sounds like it's raining here right now, but I know better because it wasn't in the forecast, and my weatherman never lies. He is always. Always, always, always. Yeah, right. You believe that? Got some prime real estate to sell you. All right, so let me put that back over here real quick. Then we're going to glue this on top of here. Must be my air conditioner kicked on or something. And that's what I'm hearing. So we've got that up there. Now down here, as I said, you can put another layer on there and then like some white on top of that. Or because I want to showcase this paper, I've got a 2.5 by 5 piece of white that I ran that deckled edge or decorative edge along there. So this give you another look at, in case you haven't used your keyword yet, you'll get another look at what this looks like. And then when I go through to see who all wants to play, I will write down your keyword and if you have the set or not. All right. I said I gave you guys extra flowers, so I too have extra flowers. Let me see if I can clean out my brush a little bit on this. I push down hard enough, it clean out some of the gunk that's left in there. And then I'm just gonna glue this to the bottom. And I only have one little extra, so we'll glue that one on there too. Give it a little extra height there. So, all right, I think that is it, you guys. So here's this version. Here's my other sample that I started with. And this piece here is this piece as well. And this one I just wanted to bring in some more color. So I used that other piece that I had started with. So we got a bunch of green on this one. And the pretty yellow darling duckling inside. And then this one that we just made. Like that. So I hope that you guys, that I explained that well enough so that you can go and make your own version of it. Vesta's already a pro at it, so hopefully the rest of you will become pros too. I'm trying to think. That's it. That's everything I got for tonight. I'll see you back here next week. And I better get thinking about what I want to do so that I am ready to go. I will talk to you later. Thank you very much for watching and participating, helping me grow. I'll see you next week. I'm going to say goodbye, but I got to get over to my other page. Okay. Want me to tell you that again? So notebook or I forgot what I said. Something edge, jagged edge. And then let me know if you have the stamp set or not. Talk to you guys later. Happy 4th of July.